I think trying to find your passion is a little bit, maybe too strong a word. Greatly desiring to be extremely successful, I think probably is sufficient. But if you can find something you really love to do and can do it with great passion, I think that's fantastic. But I think being grateful probably is number one. If you've got a job, you got to be grateful. So this is the greatest job in the world. But even if it's a transitional job getting you where you want to go, you got to be grateful. You don't have to love your job or be passionate about your job. Just passionate about staying steady, working hard, learning skills, doing this job so well that the next one will be even better. And taking such good care of this opportunity, another one will present itself.
Your body is your unconscious mind. In a sense, if you're sitting down and you start thinking about some future worst-case scenario that you're conjuring up in your mind, and you begin to feel the emotion of that event, your body doesn't know the difference between the event that's taking place in your world, outer world, and what you're creating by emotion and thought alone. So most people then, they're constantly reaffirming their emotional states. So when it comes time to give up that emotion, they can say, I really want to do it. But really the body is stronger than the mind because it's been conditioned that way. So the servant now has become the master. And the person all of a sudden, once they step into that unknown, they'd rather feel guilt and suffering because at least they can predict it. Being in the unknown is a scary place for most people because the unknown is uncertain. And people say to me, well, I can't predict my future. I'm in the unknown, and I always say the best way to predict your future is to create it. Not from the known, but from the unknown. What thoughts do you want to fire and wire in your brain? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate in one day? The act of rehearsing them mentally, closing your eyes, and rehearsing the action.
All of you have targets, things that you're after. If you're going to get a new result, if you're going to grow your business, if you're going to be able to support your mom, if you're going to get rid of the anxiety, if you're going to be able to overachieve and not have all that fear inside of you, you obviously need to get a new result. You're going to have to get new action. You don't get new results with old actions doing the same thing. What human beings can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappointing. It's not because we're not capable of it. It's because we don't have new actions because we get in certain emotional states that dominate us, like anxiety, like fear of failure, right? Like the fear of the loss of your mother as an example. So if you're in a state of fear, you're going to behave very differently and get very different results than if you were in a place of being courageous or bold or warm or connected or playful, any of those. So the most important key to changing your life in any situation is to change results, you got to change behavior. But to change behavior, you got to change the emotional state you're in.
Today is a new day. Today is a day for you to begin creating a joyous, fulfilling life. Today is the day to begin to release all your limitations. Today is the day for you to learn the secrets of life. You can change your life for the better. You already have the tools within you to do this. These tools are your thoughts and your beliefs. I will teach you how to use these tools to improve the quality of your life. For those of you who are not familiar with the benefits of positive affirmations, I would like to explain a little about them. An affirmation is really anything you say or think. A lot of what we normally say and think is quite negative and does not create good experiences for us. We have to retrain our thinking and speaking into positive patterns if we want to change our lives. An affirmation opens the way. It is a beginning point of change. In essence, you are saying to your subconscious mind, I am taking responsibility. I am aware that there is something I can do to change. When I talk about doing affirmations, I mean to consciously choose words that will either help to eliminate something from your life or help to create something new in your life. Every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. All our self-talk is a stream of affirmations. You are using affirmations every moment, whether you know it or not. You are affirming and creating your life experiences with every word and every thought. Your beliefs are merely habitual thinking patterns that you learned as a child. Many of them work very well for you. Other beliefs may be limiting your ability to create the very things you may say you want. What you want and what you believe you deserve may be very different. You need to pay attention to your thoughts so you can begin to eliminate the ones that are creating experiences that you do not want in your life.
In my latest book, The Greatest Secret, the most important practice in that book, without a doubt, is welcoming negative emotions, because when you welcome any negative emotion, you are dissolving it from within your body, from within the subconscious mind. The next time, say for example, if it was anger, the next time you feel anger, it's not nearly as bad. You welcome again, the time after that, it's reducing, until it's not possible for you to feel anger anymore. And with that anger gone from your body, the health of your body is working brilliantly. But two, you will just manifest like you can't believe, like just a single little flimsy thought, and it will manifest. So getting rid of negative emotions. Also, negative emotions are covering over your basic nature, which is happiness. And all of this I explain in The Greatest Secret. I explain it all in here. And so, yeah, it's your basic nature. So negative emotions are covering up your happiness. So to get rid of those emotions is really, really important. So now I wanted to explain that to everybody who doesn't know about the welcoming process. And now let me explain the welcoming process to you. What we tend to do with negative emotions is we tend to resist them because they don't feel good, right? And so we want to push them away. We don't want to feel them. We don't want to feel fear. We don't want to feel disappointment, impatience, and anger, and so we'll push them away. We think we're pushing them away, but in actual fact, we're pushing them down here, into our body, into the subconscious mind. And they act like a pressure cooker. They're causing harm to the body, but they also act like a pressure cooker in that they need to release some energy so that, because they're just about to burst. And so they'll find something in the world, an emotion will find something in the world to get angry about, to release the pressure in your body. And so welcoming is the opposite to resisting. You're pushing them away, now you're not going to do that. Now you're going to welcome the negative emotion. So when a negative emotion arises, basically what you're going to do is kind of do nothing. You know, really, welcoming is just stopping us from resisting. What I do is I imagine that emotion is a really, really good friend of mine. And I'm just allowing it to be here. I'm allowing it to be here in the body. And I just imagine that it's a friend and I put my arms around it. And as you welcome it or allow it to be here, something absolutely incredible happens. It just dissolves. It just dissolves. And in that moment, you have managed to get rid of a whole lot of that negative emotion in your body. And so that's why this is the most incredible process, because A, you will get happier and happier. B, every desire you've ever wanted will be fulfilled. And C, you will have the most incredible life, a life free of fear, and knowing who you are and understanding the incredible power you have in the world. So just imagine that you have a friend and you're putting your arms around a friend. That is how I do it. But also too, something you can do is, I'll just make sure you can see my arms. What you can do is just open your arms up like this, because opening your arms like this sort of opens the whole chest area, and that automatically makes you stop resisting, right? And you open like this and you will feel that negative emotion dissolve.